Hi. Wonder if I am live right now. Can anyone hear me? Don't know. Let's see. Turn on Strawberry only. Hello. Trying to see the chat. Oh, hello. Is it working? I see a comment. Hi. How's everyone doing? All right. Look at what's to. Saw you when you had 80K. Oh, thank you. Hello. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. This is so awkward. I've never done a live before, so I'm just like trying to figure it all out right now. But I think I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Everyone can hear me. I'm so good. I'm happy for. Oh, yep. Awesome. I think I'll just wait for more people to pop in. But yeah. I'm so happy this is working. I was like trying to get it all sorted out, but like I don't know what I was doing. And then my sister helped me because I don't know why I'm so confused when it comes to setting stuff up online. But yeah, I'll just wait for some more people to come in. I guess I'll talk about my day so far. I kind of didn't do too much. I'm still on Christmas break right now, so I've literally just been chilling, no studying, thankfully, because I have been studying all month of last month and the months before that. So I'm glad to be just chilling for today and for the break. Looking, sounding great. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I guess I'll wait a few more minutes for people to pop in. But yes, thank you for all the congratulations. I appreciate that. All right. Sorry. Just pulling up all the questions I got. Absolutely killing out the content. Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh. The university struggle right now is only have one semester to go though. So I am hanging on. I am hanging on. Your last video is amazing. Oh, thank you, Destiny. Hi from UK. Hello, Becky. Oh, thank you, Jody. I really do like how my hair has been looking. I was really sad when I had to cut it earlier this year, but it's been growing back and it's been so curly. Like I am loving the stage it's in right now. It's really nice. But yes, I guess I could get oh, patiently waiting for merch. See, I do need to get on the merch going already, honestly. I guess I could get started with some questions now, or maybe I'll wait 2 more minutes. I'll wait 2 more minutes for more people to come in. Congratulations, Huddle. Oh, thank you. Do I have any thoughts for merch? Honestly, I don't. I do. I was like briefly thinking if I were to do some kind of merch, I wanted to kind of maybe do a play on my name since my name is Petal. So anything involving flowers, and I love plants too. I mean, that has probably nothing to do with my actual content, but just my name. Like, I just love flowers and plants. So I was like, oh, if I do merch, I should just do something involving flowers. So maybe that is for the future. We will see. But yes. Ooh, a pink floral hoodie? I mean, a pink floral hoodie would be really nice. Will this live be saved? Yes, I will save this live once I get it all done. Yes, thanks for all the comments. I do appreciate it. I'll probably get started with some of the questions because I posted on the community tab. So I will answer some of the questions that I found on there. Oh, yes, flowers and medicine merch. That would be fun. But let's jump. But yes, okay. So, one question that I did get a few times was what made me start this YouTube channel? And honestly, it's A short but long story, it definitely had more to do with okay, let me think. I've always loved making videos, that's number 1. So, like, when I was in middle school, I used to have this Instagram account, and I used to just take pictures on it, and I would edit videos a lot. So I loved just, like, editing and, like, creating stuff. And then college happened. I was running, I was busy. I kind of stopped just taking pictures and I stopped like making videos and just doing all that fun stuff. And then after I was diagnosed with leukemia last year in August, I was kind of just in bed a lot. I was still doing school, but I dropped a lot of my harder classes, but I was just in bed a lot, so I honestly just watched and listened to a bunch of YouTube videos, especially Mr. Ballin. I don't know if any of you are Mr. Ballin fans, but I really like Mr. Ballin's videos. So I used to watch a lot of Mr. Ballin, and then I would try looking up videos relating to what I was going through because there was a lot, like, I was dealing with a lot when I initially started treatment, especially because it was all new. So, I was trying to find videos of more medical related stories of people having reactions to, like, drugs that I was using or just all that stuff, and I could not find a lot of channels covering that, and I was like, "Oh, like, I kind of want to start covering stories like that." Mainly just because of all of like what I was going through at the time. So, yeah, I kind of just started researching a lot of stories last year and a lot earlier this year, and I was just kind of writing them out and just doing all that, and then finally launched in July. And I honestly never expected the channel to grow so big so fast. Like, I am so thankful. You guys, honestly, it's been such a fun 6 months, and just love all of your comments and reading everything. But yes, Mr. Bond, yes, a big fan. Is there a particular phrase you would use a lot for a merch item? Hmm, I don't know. That's a great question. I did see a comment on um the video I did about breast cancer awareness. And because I think in the video I said something along the lines of, like, you don't see shirts that say, I love white blood cells or something like that. And a few people have commented that I should probably make a shirt that says, I love white blood cells. So maybe I might make a shirt that says, I love white blood cells. That would be a fun little shirt. I actually would wear that a lot. Um, but yes. All right. Other questions. I will pull it up real quick. Oh yeah, the next question was, did I expect to grow this fast? Not in the slightest. Like, I don't know. I guess I never thought much about growth when I started my channel. So 100K subscribers never was something that was like, oh, I really want to get 100K subscribers. So the fact that it happened so fast, like, I honestly don't know what to say. Like, it's actually really wild that that would happen. I don't know what I expected. Like, I don't know what I was expecting to get out of the videos. I think I just like talking a lot about things I'm interested in at the moment. So I think I really just wanted to post, and I think I was really just expecting or hoping to get like a community, or not a small, but just a community of people who also was interested in those kinds of topics. So yeah, the fact that it's grown so large, like, I honestly, I love to see that. But yes, I wonder what you're studying in college. Right now, I'm majoring in exercise physiology with a minor in communications. I only picked up the communications minor this year. So there's that. And I'm also on the pre-med track because I was hoping to go to med school, but since right now school has been a little hard, especially balancing it with treatment and such, so I always did plan on taking a few gap years or so, at least until I finish my treatment and stuff, and then med school hopefully after. So that is what I am currently doing. You have to do a community post. Yes, I am definitely going to do a community post when the plaque comes. I'm so excited. I love hanging things on my wall, so I'm excited to add another little addition to the wall with the community plaque, or with the silver plaque, or yep, for 100K. But yes, okay, let me pull up more questions so that I found. Okay, somebody asked it, how will I celebrate my achievement offline and if I'm planning a rewarding spa day? Um, I'm not planning a rewarding spa day, unfortunately. However, I did go to Barbados last week we got back. Yep, last week we got back and it was a fun little vacation. Got to visit some family that lives over there and yeah, very beautiful country. So it sucks to come back to the snow in the winter, but hey, let's see. Somebody asked me, how do I find my stories? That one, honestly, I really don't know. A lot of the stories that I did find and the ones that I am currently working on, I honestly kind of just looked them up somehow, some way. Like I just was typing in stories on Google, or maybe I came across them on Instagram or um, TikTok. Honestly, I don't even use TikTok that much anymore. But I would just come across them and then I would just look more into it. Or sometimes a lot of stories that I'm trying to work on now are suggestions that people have been commenting. So, yeah, they just kind of appeared somehow. And then research for them is hard, especially when the cases are or yeah, research for them is hard because sometimes the cases don't have a lot of sources and you really have to just kind of look through as many news articles and whatever you can, videos like about them. But yeah, that is how I find my stories. Well, let's see. I remember in your last vid, you mentioned you played sports before being diagnosed. Yes. Okay. So the sport I did track and cross country. Yep, that's it. Track and cross country. I was a distance runner, so I did when before I was diagnosed, I was doing the 1500 and then cross country is 6K. But the year I was diagnosed, so junior year, I was planning on doing 5Ks, I think, on the track. So just anywhere 1500, 3K, 5K, 6K. That's what I was doing. And yeah, I unfortunately haven't been on it as I was back then because yeah, running now is kind of hard. Like my body really tries its best, but like it is just I look back at what I used to do last year. Like I used to do 90-minute long runs and that used to be easy. And now if I run for maybe even like 30 minutes, that's kind of lucky for me. But I haven't really been running like that unfortunately. But I do want to get back into it cuz I do like running. It is a sport that I've done for a while, so do enjoy it. What hobbies do I have outside of content creation? Um, I really like I mentioned, photography, videography. I do genuinely just take pictures and videos a lot, even ones that I don't end up posting. So I do like doing that. Um, I used to love baking. I haven't been baking as of lately because I've been so busy, but I love baking and I love cake decorating. So sometimes I don't even like the actual baking part. I just like decorating cakes. Um, Big fan. I have a cake account on Instagram if anyone ever wanted to check it out. It's at Petal Got Cake. And that's just all the cakes I decorated. I did it a lot last year before I was diagnosed, and then I kind of stopped. Yeah, a lot of the things I used to do before I was diagnosed, I kind of stopped doing, especially with school being kind of there and treatment being there. So, yeah, but I do want to get back into them. Have I heard of Elizabeth Finch's case? I have not heard of that case. Um, but I do love recommendations, so I definitely will look it up. How long does it take you to do the research of a video? An hour long. Mm, and do I have a special YouTube studio? I like your step. Yes. So research takes a very long time for hour-long videos. I can't think of how long I'd say I'd probably be able to finish researching an hour-long video in maybe 2 weeks, depending on how, like, much hours I spend in the day, researching it. It does take a while, though. I'm gonna say 2 weeks long it takes me. But honestly, I probably could be quicker if I didn't get distracted so easily. Um, yeah, 2 weeks. I wish I had a better answer for that question. I honestly don't pay attention to how long it takes me to do, like, the videos I'm doing. I really should, though. I feel like that would be, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say 2 weeks. And then, do I have a special YouTube studio? I don't have a YouTube studio, but I do have my room. I film all my videos in my room at college, but right now I'm currently home for Christmas break, so the studio is far away, unfortunately. But yeah, it's literally just my bed and then where I film right beside it, which is just my desk. And then I have like the lights behind my desk, and then like behind I have my plants like on this side and on this side, and then my dresser. So yep, it's just my room. Nice little setup. My friend Abby helped me set it up, so that was, thank you to Abby. She really did her thing with that one. Oh, Elizabeth Finch is faking an illness. Ooh, okay. I'll have to look that up. Definitely. Um, who else? I love baking but hate decorating. Yep. That is, fair play. My roommate, she loves baking, and then I'm like the decorator. So sometimes, honestly, like if they bake anything, I'm just like, I will decorate it respectfully. We can work together, teamwork. Um, have you considered doing a video on Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her situation now that she's been released? Um, I've gotten a few recommendations on it. I feel like I would. And I feel like I would be interested in doing a video on it. I don't know. It just, when it comes to things that are currently trending or like has a lot of content being made about it, I often feel like I shouldn't cover it because I'm just like, oh, like everyone knows about these cases, if that makes any sense. However, I do think eventually I will start doing the research and I probably will cover it. It would be cool if I can even reach out to the people I'm covering cases on. I'm hoping to possibly do that in the future. So maybe even if I could reach out to her and if she was interested in chatting, that would be lovely. Oh, I see some comments about the skull. See, I've noticed some comments about the skull. The skull, like I know a few people have been saying the skull is looking a little creepy or a little like weird. But like I honestly I just like anatomy. Like it was one of my favorite classes and my sister had the skull from an anatomy lab and she was like, "Oh, do you want it?" And I'm like, I mean, I would love to keep a skull from an anatomy sculpture. Like I would like to get the full skeleton and like all the organs. I don't know. I really like anatomy. I think it's cool. I am a big fan of anatomy. But yeah, it just kind of sits there on my dresser. Um How old are you? I'm just curious. I know it's a personal question. Honestly, it's not even a personal question. I'm 21 years old. Yay. Yay for all the O2s. And I study exercise physiology in college. How are my treatments going? Oh, yes, that is a question a few people have been asking, which I have been wanting to make an update on because I think I just kind of posted my diagnosis video and then was like, oh, yeah, then I was in the hospital and that was it. So essentially, right now, I'm in a cycle called maintenance, and that is just about a 2 to 3 year long cycle where you're just kind of doing maintenance. So I'm not doing as so earlier in the year I was doing intense chemotherapy, but right now I'm just doing like oral chemotherapy and then I'm doing like IV chemotherapy like once a month. And then I also have to do these things called spinal taps or lumbar punctures. So I do that like once a month. And then yeah. So it's a lot more chill than anything I was doing last year. earlier in the year and the year before that. And yeah, I haven't explained this, and I did want to explain it. So I'm thinking of doing a video, like an update video soon. But so it's weird with like acute leukemia. I was technically in remission like in September of 2022. But the thing my doctor was explaining was it wasn't a full remission or something like that, because there was still like a percentage of something he thought, like he wanted to get it down or whatever. So I think I was in full remission, quote unquote, in March of 2023. See, like the thing is, the treatment is just there was just so much going on that I couldn't even like be bothered to like care what remission or whatever I was in, because you still have to go through like an intense chemotherapy treatment with acute leukemia before it gets a little more chill. So like I was just sick like the whole time earlier last year and the end of 2022. So yeah, I've been in remission for quite some time now, but treatment was just a little rough. So I haven't been paying attention, but I should, because it is important. Somewhere in my chart, I should look at my chart. But that my chart just has so much things on it. Like it's like going through all of that. I can't even be bothered at this point. But yes, doing fine. Maintenance, health, doing well. We are getting it done. And yeah. What's my favorite cake? I like red velvet. Red velvet cakes are so good. Like there's something about that cream cheese frosting. Like, you know what I mean? And there's something about it being a red cake. Like I don't know. I love red velvet. Um I don't know what this means. The DKK one. Let me click on that. Is that like a super chat or super thanks? I don't know. I wish I knew whatever the DKK 169. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I should probably figure out YouTube before I go on live. Do you memorize your video summaries after your research, or do you use a teleprompter? I use a teleprompter, but it's not even an actual teleprompter. It's literally a picture frame that the glass of a picture frame that I took out, and then I tape it to my camera so that I could see what I'm looking at. Because honestly, I feel like if I didn't use a teleprompter and I just had everything I wrote out in front of me, I feel like I would just go off track, because I go off track really easily. Like my brain is just always kind of going a little crazy. So I need to have one thing to look at and follow, or I will just start rambling. Would you ever cover the story of Shankella Robinson? I think I would, yes. Since I do try focusing on more like medical related stories, I feel like I would have a hard time trying to figure out how I can like speak on a lot of the medical aspects of her story. But I definitely should look into it, because I did read about it when it was happening at the time. 26 studying German. Ooh, cool. That's very nice. Oh, 2004. Yep. Yes, definitely could have went to school together. Remember till I can subscribe to this. Aw, thank you. Oh, someone gave me $20. Oh, thank you. Thank you, SRP. Okay. I figured that might have been what it was, but I don't know. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, I see. Thank you. But yes. Oh, okay. Have I ever thought of adding music to match the storytelling? Some people have recommended that, but honestly, I think I would. I just don't know what music I would pick. Like I would need to find music like I don't know what music would work with like the videos I'm doing. So maybe if I can find ones that kind of flow nicely with the videos, I definitely would be up to doing that. Okay. Yes, health update. Oh, okay. Somebody asked me what are my favorite eat-in spots in Toronto. I honestly kind of don't go to food places a lot, especially in Toronto because I'm only here when I'm not at school. So for the past 4 years, I've been kind of just mainly at school. But when I am here, I did, or especially when I was younger, I did really like this place called, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's either Lamina's or Lamana's Bakery, but it's an Italian bakery. And they just make the coolest baked goods. And they even do these like giant sized pizzas. You should look it up. I am a big fan of Lamana's Bakery. And that's also in the east end of Toronto in Scarborough. So it's not really downtown. But if you are in Toronto and willing to go to the east end, Lamana's Bakery would recommend. Um, I'm in the arts. Oh yeah, if you did have some recommended stock music sites, that would be lovely. I would definitely look into it. Um, but yeah, I think I've gone through most of the questions that were listed. But if you guys have any more questions, I definitely would love to answer it. Let me read more of these comments. But yes, oh, yeah, a lot of people have been saying I'm gonna reach 1 million soon. That would be very wild. Just the thought of 1 million, like even the thought of when I hit 100 subscribers, I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I hit 1K, I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I hit 5K, like each time I like hit like a milestone, like I just think it's so wild. So 1 million subscribers, that would be a lot of people. But hey, I would be here for the vibes. Oh, something that I did want to address actually, now that I remember it. I know some people have been like hoping I could post more, and I definitely would love to post a lot more videos or post videos more frequently, but since the research does take quite some time for the videos, it would be a little hard, and especially since I'm studying at the same time, that would be a little hard, but I'm hoping once I graduate it might be a lot easier to, get some videos out quicker. And I'm also hoping maybe I was looking into it a little bit. I know some people work with editors and just have people working with them, especially a lot of the bigger channels and whatnot. So I maybe could hopefully look into how I can start working with other people so we can, get a system going so we can get videos out a lot quicker. But yeah, I don't know how people go about looking for editors and or just looking for people who work on videos with them. I think, yeah, I don't know. I need to look more into it. I have a bad habit of just not looking into things because I just can't be bothered, but I should be bothered because it would be nice to get more videos out quicker. Can I do a video about polypharmacy? I'm currently on 14 different medications. Oh, for sure. I definitely should. I'm going to make sure to write that down. Oh, Vit. Oh, yes. That would actually be lovely. I don't know how to go about, um, I need to look more into that, but I definitely would be super down for having subscribers, help, working along with me. I just hope that. Oh yeah, and researchers too. Researchers would be nice. I think that's one of my like worst fears is just saying something wrong or like misinformation, like spreading false information. So having researchers to work with would be nice because then we could make sure we're fact checking everything. Because I just like make sure like I read like when I read my sources and I write it down, I always like kind of just like go back and forth to make sure like it said exactly what it said before I say it. I just hope you take your time to put out videos. We'll always be here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah. People do find editors through Discords and stuff. Hmm. Maybe I should start my own Discord. I haven't downloaded Discord before, but I feel like maybe that could be helpful. Or even if I maybe post it in the community tab, maybe that could be a way to find some people. I have a channel, a completely different subject matter. Oh, very nice. Okay, maybe I'll see about maybe if you could reach out if anyone was interested in like editing or working with me, maybe you could reach out on email or my Instagram at Petal Palmer, and then I could sort something out because that would actually be really cool. How did you feel after your cancer diagnosis? Did it surprise you and did you feel better since your treatments? I hope oh, thank you. Yes. So after my cancer diagnosis, honestly, right after, so like the day I was diagnosed and they like admitted me in the hospital, I honestly wasn't I wasn't sad or anything, if that makes any sense, because I was very ill um, when I was admitted to the hospital, and I was going around everywhere, like, I was going to the doctors, I was getting blood tests, like, I was just going around everywhere trying to figure out what was wrong with me, so I think when I was diagnosed, I was kinda like, "Oh, well, like, that makes sense," like, I was like like, "Okay," like, I think I was just glad to figure out what was wrong because I was honestly just ill and I really just wanted to know what was wrong. So I was more so relieved to know that it was something. But then once I actually processed in like my mind and I was like, oh, okay, it's leukemia, I was like, that's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I don't think it really hit me for the first month in the hospital. I don't think it really hit me until I got out of the hospital because my first chemo session was about 3 days after I was admitted to a hospital, and that one was rough, like, I was very nauseous, like, I wasn't feeling good after, but then by the 3rd week in the hospital, I got kind of used to the chemo, and I was like, "Oh, like, if this is what it's gonna be when I get out, like, I'm gonna be fine." Like, I was like, "This isn't honestly not that bad." But I think they honestly just I don't know. I don't think I was ready for what was gonna happen because the next month, like, when I got out of the hospital, like, that was the roughest cycle I've ever been in. Like, I just was sick. Like, I was sick really bad in October, November of 2022. Like, I didn't eat anything. I lost, like, I don't even know how many pounds, but I was, like, just very like slim, frail, just could not eat. Looking at food made me feel sick. So I wasn't expecting it to be that bad for some reason. Like I was like, oh, like I'll be fine. But no. So yeah, it did surprise me, to be honest, when I was diagnosed. Caught me off guard a little bit, but now I'm doing fine. So I am glad for that. And then popping by real quick, say hi. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Am I working on anything right now? Um, yes. So I'm currently researching the next case that I'm planning on posting. This one was recommended. It's a very interesting story. It is very I say that about every story I'm researching. I'm like, it is just so interesting. It's kind of just like mind-boggling. It's just wild. But you will see once I post because it is quite the story at the moment. I really appreciate the thoroughness. Oh, thank you. I appreciate all of your comments. But yes. Oh, okay, actually, I remembered I needed to address this for the longest time. So a lot of people have been asking me about Patreons or just PayPals and ways they could support. I finally got it together and started a Patreon. It is in the description. The link is in the description. I didn't want to start a Patreon without having something to like offer though. So I don't have any tiers, it's just 1 tier, and the only thing I could think at the moment that I have time to offer is, having credits at the end of my videos. So if you did want to support, I don't expect anyone to support at all, but if you did want to join the Patreon, because a few people have been asking for something to like support me on, you could do the Patreon and then I will put your name as credits at the end of my videos. So I think there's that. Definitely once I figure stuff out, I could start adding more tiers that have more perks. I'll just really have to figure out what to do. But I finally got that sorted out because I honestly was not going to get that sorted out for the longest time because I don't know. I have the worst habit of just not getting things done. Like I put things off a lot, but I'm actually glad I finally started one. So, yes. Congratulations on hello. Hello everyone. I love the style of storytelling. It's so simple. Oh, thank you. Can you imagine super proud? Yes, everything does happen so quick after a diagnosis. Just catches you off guard. And I think the thing with acute leukemia, like there's not enough time to think about it cuz I know with I'm not too familiar with other cancers, but I know that for some, when you're diagnosed, you can take a break or not a break, but you don't have to start treatment so quickly. Like you could start like a month later or something like that. But with acute leukemia, I guess it's so aggressive. Like you have to start it as soon as they catch it. It's like, okay, start treatment now. Like if you don't start treatment now, like we don't know what might happen. So it's like there's like no time to think about it. So I think that's why I was kind of like just whatever about it at the time because I was like, oh well, I have to start treatment right now. Um but how do you feel about people drawing you? I honestly I gotten actually a few drawings that people have made on Instagram they sent me and I just think it's so cute. Like I love when people draw me. Like I actually really appreciate it. So and I am working on getting a PO box set up. Currently, since I'm not like where like I'm staying for college, I don't have it set up yet. But when I get back, I'm hoping I can get it set up um soon so people could send any drawings or send anything, or even if it's a digital drawing, if you DM it or email it, I will definitely see it. So but yes, the road ahead is definitely looking good for recovery. So fingers crossed, just kind of going with the flow. One day at a time. I honestly, it's just like one day at a time. As long as I'm feeling good on the specific day, it's a good day. What was the most fascinating case you've ever gone over? Hmm. Um. mm, I will. I think the most fascinating case that I've gone over, but I haven't posted it at all. I was planning on, but I don't know. Maybe I will in the future. But it's about a case of oh my gosh, what was his name? His name was Danny Gee. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm not even going to try butchering it. But his name was Danny, and he had something called autobreury syndrome or ABS, and it pretty much is a syndrome where your stomach produces alcohol if you eat carbs. I thought that was really interesting. I was researching that earlier, like way before I started my channel. And I just thought that was the most wild story because he got arrested and they thought he was drunk driving, but it was like, no, his stomach was literally just producing alcohol from the food he was eating. So I thought that was quite fascinating. Any subjects I'm interested in covering eventually. There's a lot of stories that I am interested in covering. I have a list on my phone and just on my Google Docs. I just have a list of stories that I do want to cover, especially ones that have been recommended. Like there's a few that have been recommended, or there's a lot that have been recommended, not even just a few that I do want to cover eventually, which is why I do want to start working with other people because it would be nice to like get those stories like covered a lot quicker. But yes, there's definitely a list. Stomach producing alcohol. I know, honestly, isn't that wild? Like you just eating and then you can get intoxicated from the food you're eating. I can't join your Patreon. Oh, okay, I'll have to figure out if there's something wrong with how I set it up, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if I set it up wrong, but I will try looking into if I could sort that out. Do I prefer to watch movies, TV shows, or listen to music? That's a great question. I'll probably say listen to music only because I haven't really been watching. Okay, no, that's a lie. I do prefer watching movies. However, what I've been doing more is listening to music only because I think since I've just been studying all month last month in like November and in September, October, I haven't really been watching movies or watching, like, shows like that because I just feel like I never had the time to, but I do listen to music a fair bit, especially when I'm going on walks, so definitely love watching movies. And TV shows, I, for some reason, cannot stay committed to watching, like, actual TV shows, where they're acting, but I do, for some reason, love reality TV shows, and me and my roommate have been watching. I mean, the season I think has been over for a while and we haven't even finished it yet, but we've been watching Love is Blind. I love Love is Blind. I think it's just the most interesting show on Netflix. So I will watch Love is Blind for as long as I can, for as many seasons. I really hope they do a season. If anyone watches it, they do the seasons in whatever city they're in at the time. And I'm really hoping they do a city or a season in Toronto because I feel like that would be the funniest thing, seeing places I know. Um, Glad you found your channel. Thank you for all the comments. Oh, I have to troubleshoot the Patreon. Okay. All right. I will try doing that. Maybe I haven't published it yet or something. Because I know I was editing it today. Like, I kind of just got it sorted out today. But okay, I'll get that worked on. I'll work on that and then I'll make sure to post it in the community tab if I sort it out. If the Patreon situation. Hello, I've been here since 40K. Hello. Appreciate that. Yes, David Reimer. Oh my gosh, yes. David Reimer case, that case is really it is crazy. Like that case is so sad. I definitely would cover David Reimer. I actually do want to do a video on David Reimer. Aw, I'm like an older sister. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like an older sister because I am the youngest out of my siblings. So I have always wanted a younger sibling. What's on my watch list then in terms of movies? Right now, I really want to see The Color Purple. I know that's out in theaters right now. That's on, I think that's number one that I want to watch, but I don't have any other movies in mind right now. The last movie that I did watch was the latest Hunger Games movie, which was really good. I was a big fan. What's my favorite genre or artist? That is a great question. I'm not even lying when I say I do not have an answer for that because I feel like I just listen to the randomest genres. However, I will say my favorite song at the moment right now, I've just had this on repeat, is Part of Your World by Hallie from The Little Mermaid. I don't know why. That song has been stuck in my head for the past week. I am the biggest fan. I just think her vocals on that song, I would recommend listening to it. Her vocals on that sound really were giving. Like it just big fan. 10 out of 10. If I like Love is Blind, maybe I'll like Married at First Sight. Okay, I'll make sure I check that out. I do love getting the recommendations. Am I a doctor? I am not a doctor. I am not. I do hope to potentially become a doctor one day, though. So we will see once I graduate how schooling continues on for me in the future. Oh, it must not be published. Yeah, for sure. Do I plan on doing more criminal medical mysteries like the Tylenol poisonings? There's a lot more creators out there that focus on that stuff. I definitely would. Yeah, I would do any more stories like the Tylenol poisonings. I haven't really read about too many other stories that were like that, but I for sure would cover more like that. Maybe I should. Maybe that should be one of the next stories I look into, a story that's kind of similar to that. What is the hardest class I've taken so far as a pre-med student? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Let me see. I want to say microbiology, which I took in sophomore year. I do want to say that was the hardest because that one was really confusing. Like, I just didn't know what was going on the entire time in that class. However, I'm not going to say that one. And what I will say is the hardest one was organic chemistry that I took this semester that just finished. Only because organic chemistry, I genuinely was like, I was doing the SN1 and SN2 reactions, and I had no idea what was going on the entire time in that class. The fact that I got a 4.0 in that class, I don't understand it, beats me. I don't know how. The final exam was the hardest thing I've done in my entire life. Okay, that's not true, but it's one of the hardest things I've done and got through it somehow. But organic chemistry, that class just had me very confused this whole entire semester. You have the prettiest name. Oh, thank you. Oh, you saw the Color Purple musical. Oh, okay. No, I definitely need to check it out then. Did I eat my cake? I did eat my cake. There's still a lot left in the fridge though, so hopefully we finish that cake soon. I'm a big fan of it. It's like a vanilla cake with chocolate on the bottom. So it's like vanilla and chocolate like split. Oh, tomorrow's your birthday. Oh my gosh, happy early birthday. That's so exciting. Hallie elevated that song. Oh, okay. I'm definitely going to be listening to that then. Oh wait, no, you were talking about, sorry, I read that comment wrong. I thought you were talking about The Color Purple. But yes, Hallie did do what she needed to do on that song. Like, it's crazy. Thank you for all the comments. Maybe I could do a story on Dr. I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing that name. I'm sorry. I suck at pronouncing names. I think that's one thing I need to work on is pronunciations of names. I do try my best, especially when I'm reading like in my videos. I try writing down the pronunciations of the names and I try looking them up, but I still do have a little hard time pronouncing names. So right now I'm not going to try saying it, but Dr. And then his cancer research or the opioid epidemic and how pharma got everyone addicted. Oh, I definitely should. I definitely would do a story on that. I'll make sure to keep that in my notes. And a surgeon called Patterson, who was jailed for 20 years for necessarily operating, oh wow, on 1,000 patients. Oh yeah, no, I definitely would cover that too. Thank you for all the recommendations. I love the recommendations. I'm trying to figure out a way to have like a space where I can have just recommendations and people can fill them out. Because right now I just kind of screenshot them all and just like save them in my notes. But yes, no, I'm definitely down to cover those stories. I'll keep them noted. And a video about the plague, yes, I definitely would. H1N1 virus, yep, definitely would do that too. Oh, that would be a good idea, having that as one of my Patreon perks. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, that would make sense. I think I should do that. Maybe that could be like a second tier, first tier. One of the tiers could be just putting in recommendations. I should probably add that once I get it published because I clearly didn't publish it. Maybe I can try working on getting it published right now, actually, now that we are here. But yes, if you have any more questions, please do ask. Okay, so I'm currently on my Patreon. It looks like it's published, but I don't know if I could share my screen. Pop out dashboard. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Right now on my screen, it looks like it's published. However, oh no, it's not published. Okay, you're right. I did not publish my Patreon. Let me do that right now. See, I can never do anything right, clearly. All right, publish. Okay. Okay, my Patreon is finally published. All I needed to do was click one thing, and I did that just now. So if you did want to join the Patreon, feel free. If you don't want to join it, feel free to not do that either. You could create a Google form where you can submit it. Oh, yep, that would be a good idea. Yes, a Google form. And then Gypsy Rose, yes, I did kind of go over that a little bit, but I do think I could cover it, but probably not anytime soon. I don't think I would. But I definitely would cover her story. But yes, the Patreon is live. I figured it out, thankfully. Yes, any other questions? I'm trying to think if there was anything else I was going to address. I did write stuff down, but then there was more stuff that I do feel like I was going to say that I did not actually write down. Unfortunately, oh yes, no worries. Thank you for joining, Lee. I'm definitely going to be publishing this live stream once it's done. I don't know how much longer. I think I was going to try going for an hour. So like 9 more minutes or so. If there were any other questions. But thank you. Thank you for all the comments. Do you have one more suggestion? Zombie deer thing. Ooh. Okay, zombie deer. I have not heard about, or have I heard about that? Let me look that up real quick. I feel like a lot of things I heard about briefly, but then I actually never looked too deeply into it. Zombie deer. Oh, so there's a zombie deer disease epidemic spreading in Yellowstone. And it says scientists raise fears and may jump to humans. Oh my. Oh wow. It says stuff about fatal mad cow disease. I was kind of looking up mad cow disease and I was reading a book on it the other day. So maybe I should cover that and maybe I could kind of relate the two of them. Oh, no worries. Yep. My major is exercise physiology. Chronic wasting syndrome. Okay, I definitely would do chronic wasting syndrome. AGGA device. Oh, wow. Okay, no, I have not heard about the AGGA device. I definitely would cover it though. Yeah, thank you for all the suggestions. I really do love getting recommendations. I have found some of the most interesting stories from recommendations too that I've just been researching, and they are quite wild, a lot of them. What am I doing? Oops, I accidentally clicked on something. But yes. Did the link just shows your profile? Oh wait, did my Patreon not work out if anyone tried it? Or did I sort that? Did it get all sorted out? Currently on it right now, looking at it. Oh, it's working. Oh, okay, good. Awesome. Glad it's all good. Watching your first video was really surprising because I myself have been to Centennial Hospital. Oh, yep, Centennial Hospital. I am I couldn't find it in search function in Patreon a minute ago. Okay. I know the link is in my bio, or not in my bio, but the link is in the description. Maybe it might work there. Not too sure though. But yeah, Centenary Hospital in Toronto, Scarborough. I am from Scarborough. I feel like I mentioned that in my first video. I'm not sure if I did, but Scarborough, East Side, Toronto. Oh yeah. Yeah, what time is it where everyone is? Because right now it's currently 7:54 where I'm at. But I know we're all in different time zones, so. Yeah. 6:54 CST, 6 p.m. Oh, it's 12:54 AM. Oh my. It is quite late. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stay on for an extra 5 minutes, I'll say. I would stay on even longer though. I'm really not doing anything. Oh, Trinidad. Oh my gosh, so cool. 9 PM. I was in Trinidad, not for long, but when I was going to Guyana in 2019, we went to Trinidad and we were there for pretty much the whole day while waiting for our next flight. And we went to Port of Spain downtown, so that was cool. 7:54 North Carolina, 1:54 AM. Ooh, 4:55 PM in California. I'm a big fan of California. I went to LA this in May last year, so 2023. I was a big fan. I loved LA. I like that it's warm there. I really just need to move to somewhere where it's warm all year because I'm just sick and tired of winter. For a person who is from like the second coldest country in the world, I do not like winter, unfortunately. What's good in LA? Because last time I went, it was this one. Honestly, I don't know. I think it was just the vibes. I think honestly it was just warm, and I think I just liked the fact that it was LA. Like, it just felt like I'm in LA, you know what I mean? But honestly, nothing specifically. I'm from LA but live in San Fran, and it's very cold. Oh, okay, let me make sure to steer clear of San Francisco then. Just kidding. Um, 7:54 Midwest. From Jersey, wanna visit Japan. I do wanna visit Japan, actually. Where do I wanna travel to? I do wanna travel to Japan also, but I don't know, that is a great question. I just wanna travel everywhere. I wanna at least go to every single continent somehow, some way. So far I've been to I guess I live in North America, so there's that. South America I've been to. That's it. Yeah, but I'm trying to go all over. I'm tired of the cold. I'm ready for the warm vibes of spring. Same. I cannot wait for winter to be done. New to your channel. Love you. Aw, thank you. Can you tell us what your favorite foods are? My favorite foods. Um, uh, the thing is, ever since I started treatment and doing chemotherapy, my favorite foods have just they switch so quickly. I get sick of foods so fast, and then I crave random foods really quickly too. But I feel like the one food that has never disappointed me are potatoes. Any variation of potatoes, I love potatoes. I just think they're so good. I love potatoes. So I'm gonna just say potatoes, you know. Big fan. I also do like I've been obsessed with Thai food as of lately. So pad Thai, pad siu. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but big fan. Ooh, Tokyo. Aw, that's nice. I feel like I should. 28 degrees, so -2 Celsius. Ooh, gosh. And snowstorms. Oh my. Ah, Melissa, yep. I can imagine how cold. Indiana. As a fun fact, only 2 countries in Indiana use Central Time. Oh, cool. Or 2 counties, sorry. Where did I go in South America? I went to Guyana because that's where my family was from. So my parents. So it was a fun trip. Love your content. Yep, Thai food is so good. Big fan. But yeah, it's so cool seeing where everyone's from. I really do like learning with that. Ooh, Florida. Just Florida. I'm a fan of crime stories, and last one I was watching was the pink wash breast cancer. Oh, very nice. And I brought tear to my eyes because of several members and friends who died fighting from cancer. Oh, sorry. Then all your videos I've seen were great. And they articulate your stories. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that message, Sunny. Petal, you should come over and visit New Zealand. You'd love it. Ooh, New Zealand. I definitely do want to go to New Zealand. I do also want to go to Australia because a lot of my teammates are from Australia, so would be a big fan. Ooh, Brazil. Oh, very nice. I do want to go to Brazil. I honestly just want to go everywhere. I think that's what I've determined at this point. If you don't have 1 mil by the end of 2024, I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, 1 million subscribers by the end of 2024. I don't even know the math that would be, but that would be crazy if that happened. Um, it was 20 when I woke up this morning, could barely move. Oh my, that is really cold. Yeah, I can't wait for spring. Hopefully this winter is not too bad and spring can hurry up cuz Japan or New York. Oh, I've actually been to New York once. Once? Yeah, I've been to New York once. I went to Brooklyn to visit some family over there. So that was really nice. It was really hot when I went because I went in the summer and that was when I was training too. So I was just and I had nowhere to run at the time. I guess we really could have drove out to a park somewhere, but I was just kind of like on a block running laps while it's 30 degrees Celsius. Um I would love to visit Finland. I hate winter, but I'd love to see the country anyway. Would you think about traveling there or no? Or a no way for you? Oh no, I would definitely travel to Finland. I would travel to every single country if I could. I definitely would go visit Finland. I do dislike winter. So I probably would travel when it's not as cold, when it's not the coldest it could be. But honestly, I would go when it is very cold too. I gotta experience something different. I'm all the way in Eastern Europe, or like our teachers used to say, so geography. Oh my gosh, Eastern Europe. What would that be? Like, what countries would that be? My geography is not the best, unfortunately. I've been to Canada once, and I got to see a moose in the wild. Oh my goodness! If I saw a moose in the wild, I feel like I would be so scared because I don't know why. I moose scare me more than bears do for some reason. Like I would I rather see a bear in person? I don't know. Moose are just really because once a moose like catches you, like I feel like you're done. Like there's no fighting a moose. I mean, there's no fighting a bear either. But a moose, I don't know. I just have a fear of moose. They're just so big. If I seen one in person, but it would be cool to see one in person from afar, or in a car. Yeah. See, a bear definitely would, rip you up a bit, that is true. Oh, okay, yeah, you were in a truck. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, in a truck, that would be very lovely. I would love to see a moose in person. But yeah, Toronto, we don't have any like cool wild animals. We just have deer, foxes, rabbits, wolves. Yep, wolves. Um, raccoons, squirrels. But would you rather fight a moose or an elk? Hmm. You know? Oh my. Maybe, oh my gosh, maybe a moose. Maybe a moose. Let me see. Hold on. Let me compare the two. An elk versus a moose. I need to look at a picture of them side by side. Um, they both just look so scary. Maybe I'll just say a moose. I'm gonna say a moose, even though they do look like they are a little bigger or at least taller. But another fun fact about Indiana: one day in September it can be 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37, and the next day could be 35 degrees. Ooh, I hate when the weather does that. I need some consistency with the weather. We gotta stay as consistent as possible. That would be quite the jump. But that is very interesting. Oh my gosh. I feel like that's almost like Toronto to an extent. Like some days it could be really cold, and then the next day it could be like the hottest day, especially in September. Because September, I feel like September the weather's just confused if it's summer or if it's fall. Like it just doesn't know what to think. So it's like we're either gonna be very cold or we're gonna be really hot. There's no in between. Sounds like Death Wish either way. Exactly, yeah. Either an elk or a moose. They're both. We are not surviving that, unfortunately. Who are my favorite celebrities who inspire you and your favorite music? Celebrities that inspire me. Oh my. I feel like a lot do. I'm gonna say Rihanna because I did just come back from Barbados and that's where she's from. And I don't know, it's just like interesting seeing like where she grew up and like how she was like able to just make it so big and like do like her music and just do like all her business endeavors. I really do like Rihanna. Um who else? I think Issa Rae. I really do like Issa Rae. I think her story is also really cool. Like she started posting YouTube videos on YouTube when she was a senior in college, and now she's on HBO Max and she's in the Barbie movie and like just doing a whole thing. So big fan of Issa Rae also. And what else? Oh, and favorite music. Yep, I was just talking about this a little bit ago. I don't have favorite music really because I do listen to a variety, I would say, of songs. But right now, my favorite song at the moment that I've had on replay is Part of Your World by Halle from The Little Mermaid. Favorite shows, movies at the moment. I did also discuss this, but favorite shows, I do like Love is Blind. Favorite movies, I don't have a favorite movie. The last movie I watched was the Hunger Games movie, and I did like that. So there is that. What's your opinion on seafood? I actually don't like seafood at all. But the funniest thing, since when I was in the hospital, like I was talking about, chemo just kind of makes you, or I don't know if I have mentioned, but chemo does make you crave the randomest foods. Um so when I was initially in the hospital in the summer of 2020, for some reason I was craving a seafood broil, or is it a seafood boil? Seafood boil. I was craving a seafood boil so bad. Like I just wanted a bag of lobster, like crab legs, eggs, corn, potato. Like I was just craving that so badly. I don't know why. I don't like seafood. I never ate seafood, but I was craving it. Right now, not so much craving that anymore. But I'm not the biggest fan of seafood, unfortunately. I wish I did like seafood. I think it's cool. Like I like the idea of seafood. I just never was able to get behind it, unfortunately. But maybe one day I'll like seafood. Who knows? I feel like my taste buds just change every month. So maybe next month seafood might be what I'm feeling and I actually might fall in love with seafood. We will have to see. Um Thank you for the comments. Do I like rock music? I'm not opposed to rock music. I just don't listen to a lot of rock music actually now that I think of it. I'm trying to think if I have a rock song on my phone. Yeah, I guess if there was a genre I didn't listen to that much, I don't listen to rock music that much. I also don't listen to country music that much either. So I guess out of all the songs that I do listen to, the majority would maybe be pop, R&B, rap, um, and then maybe country, like a little bit, and then rock would probably be like closer to the bottom. But I feel like the one rock song I have on my phone, I don't know if this is even considered rock, but I do like Dream On. Is that considered rock? I'm sorry if it's not, but I would say that's the closest thing to rock I do have on my phone. However, I would listen to anything that I find catchy, like it's coming on my phone. Like I'm adding it to the playlist. How long does it take me to film a video? I feel like For an hour-long video, that probably takes me 2 hours to film, or 2.5 hours, but that I feel like the only reason why it takes me that long is because a lot of the time I pause because I live kind of where I live, like, you hear helicopters a lot, from the hospital, so a lot of the time, I'm kind of pausing, like, for a good amount of, like, minutes because all you hear is the helicopter in the background, and I'm literally just, like, sitting there, like, waiting for it to pass, and then I'm like, "Okay, let me continue on with the video." So, a lot of pausing goes on in my filming. I need to get soundproof curtains or something because that would probably help me not take so long. It's good to see you live. You look really pretty today. Oh, thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. Popping in for a moment. I just want to say congratulations. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Summer 2020 in the hospital, that must have been nuts. Actually, yes, no. I wasn't in the hospital summer 2020. I was in the hospital summer or like at the end of summer 2022. So, yeah, summer 2020 in the hospital. Oh my goodness. That would be wild. Um Those look so good to me, and I don't like seafood either. Yeah, I don't know. Seafood is I just never have liked it. I don't like fish. I think that's probably so even salmon and stuff, like, I don't like fish. I don't like anything that tastes too fishy. I could eat salmon if it doesn't taste, like, super fishy. So you really have to mask it or cook it somehow so I don't feel sick of it. Dream on is rock, okay. Classic rock, okay. I do like Dream On. My coach, he always would play that song at track meets, so I kinda just have been obsessed. I was obsessed with it at a good point. Um, do you have any medical experience, or have you more so been a victim or have had weird experiences within the medical field? Um, oh wait, what does that say? I wonder, do I have any medical experience? Okay, I have no medical experience because I'm not a health professional. I am a student, but have you more so been a victim or have weird experiences within the medical field? I would say I'm a patient because I do cancer treatment. Um I have had weird experiences, which kind of what I was saying earlier was like one of the reasons I was inspired to start this channel, just based on just I just I don't know. It's an interesting question. I'm trying to answer that. Like I've had bad experiences, obviously, but I feel like that's almost like the experiences I've had that were bad. I guess were to be expected almost with the type of treatment that I was doing. Like 'cause the experiences I've had were more so things relating to just, like, being ill because of, like, the treatment I was doing was rough, um, as opposed to actually having, like, something, like, bad happen, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but, yeah, it's just those experiences that I've had because cancer treatment is not the funnest, unfortunately. Um Just been judging, thank you. How do you find and choose something to research, and what makes it worth it to film? Um, yeah, I kinda just, I was kinda talking about this earlier, I kinda just look up cases, or I might see a case somewhere online or read about or hear about a case, and then just kind of research cases that are similar to that. So, for example, the last video I did on Jessica Ann Smith, I was looking up the case of Madison Russo. I don't know if you heard of her, but she was a girl on TikTok who pretended to have, I think she was pretending to have the same cancer I have or had. Um, or was she? She was pretending to have like two different kinds of cancers or something like that. Um, so I was researching her case, but I don't think I was planning on covering it. I was more so just reading about it, and then I think I just might have typed in, "Oh, woman fakes cancer diagnosis, and then I found more stuff on Jessica Ann Smith, and I was like, oh, I would be interested in covering this. So then I kind of just start covering it and researching it a little more. And what makes it worth it to film? I do try my best to cover cases that I can find more information on. If I have a hard time finding information on a case, I don't typically um, like cover it. Um, so a lot of cases I have researched and I have wrote about a little bit, but like if it's kind of just not like there's not a lot of information on it, I probably wouldn't film it unless I find some more. Um, yes, okay, a video on I don't know how to pronounce his name. Pay Pale. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yes, I would do a video on him. I actually got a few recommendations to do a video on him. You have such a unique light. Love to see it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Happy New Year to you too, Tina. Oh yes. Oh yeah. No worries, Nick. Yeah, no worries. Have you played any video games? And if you do, what's your favorite? I don't really play any video games. However, when I was sick, or like when I was like very ill from treatment, so last year, I was obsessed with this game called Fun Run 3. I don't know if that counts as a video game. It's more like a game on your phone, but I was playing Fun Run 3 a lot and it was really fun. So I would say that that is a video game that I was indeed playing. Um, and when I was younger, I used to play, I guess, Little Big Planet a lot. Like when I would go over to my cousin's house, we played Little Big Planet, GTA. We played when we were younger. And I don't even think I played it properly. Like when I played GTA, like I was like what, like 9, and I would be just like driving. Like I would play like a normal civilian anytime I played GTA as a child. Like I did not play it properly. Um, yeah. Have you played? Oh, wait, you said that. Yes, definitely. Hi, thank you, Claire. Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it. I know Fun Run. Yeah, I used to play it when I was younger, and then I don't know. I just like downloaded it back again and was just playing it for a long time. And I feel bad. I haven't logged in a few months, and I was in a clan, and I know they probably kicked me out because they had like a rule like you have to play like you can't be off for longer than a week, and I've been off for like the past like 5 months, so I kind of don't want to log in because I'm kind of scared to see that I've been clicked out of my clan that I was in on Fun Run. Little Big Planet is the best. Oh, there's a spinoff. Oh my gosh, that would be fun. I would definitely play the spinoff. Okay, let me look up Sackboy. Just run live. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah. All right. Well, if there's any more questions, I think, oh, okay. Yes. What inspires you and helps you on the difficult days? Um, hmm. That's a great question. What inspires me? I think what helps me on the difficult days is definitely having people. So yeah, just like my friends and family. Especially last year when I was really sick and just like in my room all day. It was like nice whenever I had my one friend Catherine, she would always like pop by and just like make sure I was good. My other friend Bree, she would always text me. So like just having friends check in because oh, this is another thing I did want to talk about. Cancer ghosting, I don't know if you ever heard about it. I do wanna do a video on it, but cancer ghosting is real, and I never like, I didn't expect it to hit as hard as it hit me when, like, I was really sick. I'll just explain what cancer ghosting is because I love talking about it because it is a very interesting thing. So, when I was in the hospital, especially, um, And a lot of people, I don't know if there's anyone else who had cancer, did chemo in the chat. I mean, I hope not, but I mean, if there is, you might be able to relate. But when I was in the hospital initially, when I was initially diagnosed, like I got a lot of people checking in, a lot of people visiting, and like the first month was like just a lot of support from people that I knew. But then when I was out of the hospital, like that support kind of just like was gone. Like nobody was texting me, nobody like came over to visit me, like nobody was doing that. And like I was just so confused. I was like, what is going on? And then like I was just kind of like getting like sad, I guess. Like I was quite, like I was sad obviously that like people weren't like checking in on me, especially because I was very sick when I got out the hospital. And then I was like looking up like on my phone, I was like, hey, like what's going on? Like I had cancer and like all the people who used to like talk to me, like they're not talking to me anymore. And then there's like a thing people like talk about called cancer ghosting, and it's pretty much where like a lot of people who are diagnosed with cancer find that people stop talking to them as soon as they're diagnosed. And I think it was just saying it might be like because they feel like scared to like, or if they feel like they can't relate to you anymore, they feel like they're scared to say the wrong thing or just stuff like that. So then they don't check in on you. So that kind of happened to me. Um, and I feel like it still kind of happens to me with like a lot of people that I used to talk to. Like we just kind of drifted apart ever since I was diagnosed. But then my friends who did stick around and like did check in on me like a lot of the time because I was still doing school during my treatment. So I was like still in like my college town. So the ones who like still did like kind of like didn't ghost me, I do appreciate them so dearly because I don't know how I would have been if I did not have their support. Um yeah, it is an interesting like phenomenon. Like I think I should do a video on it because it is real and a lot of people have experienced it. So, yes. Um, how old are you if you don't mind? I am 21 years old. Um, I love your videos. Thank you. That's such BS that people didn't and don't talk to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, honestly, I think at first I was like really upset. Like I was like, oh, is there something wrong with me? But then I realized like they're, like, hey, like, I guess I wouldn't know how I would react to, like, if somebody I knew had, cancer. I mean, I don't think I would've stopped talking to them. Like, I don't know, but, like, I don't know. I've never been in that situation, so I guess I can't tell, unfortunately, what I would do. But, yes, it was quite rough at the time. That'd be very interesting to listen to. Oh, yeah, okay, definitely cancer ghosting video coming soon, or maybe not soon, but coming eventually. But people must feel like they don't know how to talk about something so heavy, and they don't even realize you're so much more than your diagnosis. Glad you have good people in your life. See, yes, that's true. I think a lot of, what it could be is, like, they think it's like, "Oh, the cancer is just, like, that's all they see when, like, they see you." And it's like, "No, like, I'm still the same person, like, you can still ask me how school's going, like, we don't even have to talk about cancer related stuff." But even though now though, like, I do like talking about or not like talking about cancer related stuff, but it's, like, so much part of my life, like, just my treatment, like, every day. Like, cancer is part of my life right now. So like for me to talk about it is natural. So like all the friends who I do talk to, like I don't want whenever I do talk about it with people, like I don't want them to feel like it's like such a sad like topic. Like no, it's like kind of just like my everyday. Like I'm going in for labs every week. Like I'm doing treatment like every, so like it is natural. So I hope people don't think it's like such a heavy topic to talk about because it's for me it's not really, if that makes any sense. Like, it is. Oh my god, that sounds so, obviously, the cancer is a heavy topic, like, to talk like, to deal with, but, like, to talk about, like, if I were to be like, "Oh, yeah, chemo the other day, ugh, just got on my nerves." It's natural for the people who I am close with to just, like, talk about it like it's kinda just, like, an everyday thing. Because for me, it is an everyday thing. If that makes any sense. Were you interested in other sports before committing to running? I was, because I did just like do random sports when I was a kid. So I just did basketball, soccer, like whatever sport I could try out for, I did when I was a kid. But like I guess I wasn't good at any of them. Like I wasn't good at basketball, I wasn't good at soccer, volleyball, but I would play it. But running I just happened to be slightly good at. So we were just like, hey, we're gonna continue doing it. Yes, cancer ghosting. Oh yeah, I definitely would love to do a video on cancer ghosting. Maybe depends on the cancer too. Well, it could honestly. I should probably do more research and see if it might be different. Yes, I know about that. Also, a lot of people are uncomfortable around sick people for whatever reason. Yeah, like it is interesting. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Congrats on your success. Thank you. I had thyroid cancer when I was 16 and I got so much support. I wonder if it's an age thing. Maybe it could be. Yeah. Maybe it could be, especially because I guess, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do more research on it. And I'm gonna hopefully be able to do like a survey or like a poll or somehow find more information of people's experiences and stuff. The older gentleman that lives with us has cancer for the fourth time. His brother has only visited once, and I feel so bad for him. See, yeah, that is really sad. Yeah, that would be definitely hard. But that's the thing. Like, I feel like some people, like, I don't know, they just don't think to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should do a survey for people who have cancer, their experience with cancer ghosting, and then I should do like a survey for people who know somebody who had cancer and how they feel about it to like see why some people like don't feel like they should like check in often. Hi, is that a sleeve pattern beside you? Do you sew? Oh, my sister sews. I'm in her room. Yes, she sews. She's like a very artsy person. My sister actually does my thumbnails for me because I can't Photoshop for the life of me. I can edit a video, but I cannot Photoshop. So yeah, she's very artsy. So that sewing stuff, I think, right there, that is all hers. When you grapple with heavy stuff every day, it becomes your everyday, and not everyone is ready to interact with that complicated reality every day, I suppose. Nothing that you did wrong. That is true. Exactly. Yeah. Are you part of the queer community? I am not a part of the queer community, but I am an ally of the queer community. But no, I am not. But I am an ally. Yes. Any other questions? Yes. And yeah, well, I guess that seemed to be a good. I did go for longer than I said. I was like, oh, I'll go for an hour, but we did an hour and a half. We love to see that. But yeah, I think I will be signing off here, I guess. Unless anyone has any more questions, I could answer them. I'm curious if you would ever want to look into diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. Oh, see, I think I was trying to look into what was I looking into? I think I was looking into Alzheimer's briefly, actually. So I definitely would do a video on that. Boy, some people can be insensitive. Sorry you went through that. Oh, all good. Yes. But yes. Awesome. Yeah, I think we had a good live stream. If there are any more questions, I would love to answer though. But if not, I guess we will check off here. Maybe because I'm extra, I'm gonna get it to an hour and a half. So I'm literally just gonna sit here until it hits an hour and a half because, I feel like that's a very runner thing too. Like runners, like it could, if we have an hour run, if it's at 59:52, like we'll just like do circles for like an extra 8 seconds just so it can hit an hour, even though it makes no difference. So I'm gonna do that. See, the runner in me just doesn't go away even after not running for the past year. But yes, the ghosting stuff, definitely. Yeah, it might just be honestly just for any, like, not even just cancer. It could just really just be for anything. Like, people just ghost you if you're just sick, unfortunately. But yes, thanks for joining, everyone. I really appreciate all of you guys so much. And thank you so much for 100K. It's still wild to me, and it was really nice chatting with you all. Yes, thank you so much for joining the live. Yep, cross country runners are something else. But yes, bye. Have a happy new year, everyone, and thank you so much for joining the stream. And hopefully we can do this another time. But yes, have a good night. And